Hello, and welcome to the Guitar Collection. With me here today is a guitar by the master French luthier Dominique Field. And many will tell you about French luthiery going from the lineage of Robert Bouchet to Daniel Friederich, and then now to Dominique Field, who is still building instruments today, albeit very, very few. These guitars sound like a mixture between the two master luthiers that come before him. And I will attempt to explain why when I start talking about the sound characteristics of this guitar. But I hope that you got a little sample of it here in the beginning. So before I forget, I'll tell you a little bit about the specs of this guitar, as well as the condition. This particular instrument was built in the year 2001. It has a spruce top, the typical ebony fingerboard, and beautiful, what I believe to be Madagascar rosewood back insides. It has some really spectacular grain in it and very beautifully symmetrical here. A very understated bridge here with what looks to be a bone tie block. Dominique Field's classic rosette here. You can see on the label it is from the year 2001, number 146. And to top it off, the beautifully shaped headstock here has Alessi tuners that are just spectacular. They really make a nice accent on this guitar, and they look really lovely, very, very smooth. Now, if you look online for this exact number Dominique Field, you'll see some spectacular videos already recorded on this guitar at Guitar Salon International. Many people who talk about Dominique Field guitars talk about this period in the low 2000s to be super exceptional instruments of his. You know, maybe it's just because they've been played and they have been broken in and they are sounding at their absolute best. Or maybe it's because of something particular he did when in his guitars during that range. I can't be the one to say, and I have to admit that I have limited experience with Dominique Field's guitars thus far. Although having played a few, I have to say that this one really touched me. And when I first played a few notes on it, to tell you a little bit about what struck me about this guitar, when I play on the second and first string, I immediately noticed the responsiveness of the attack and the purity of the sound. There are overtones, but it sounds like the note exists by itself, and the beauty of that actual note isn't a MIDI track playing, but is just this beautiful sparkle and shimmer to it, reminiscent of the maybe two Bouchet guitars that I had the pleasure of playing. And that responsiveness and volume, immediate volume of the note, just reminds me so much of these Bouchet guitars. Yet, when I play the basses of this instrument, it reminds me of the richness of actually like a cedar Friederich from the 80s. This is a spruce guitar, and it definitely has spruce characteristics. But that thickness in the bass that just sounds, I don't know, a better way to describe it, just sounds huge. I really hear that on this guitar. I'll try to demonstrate it a little bit more. Hopefully it's coming through in the recording. Needless to say, colors on this instrument are so easy to achieve and control. You might have even heard in that little clip from the intro, me do something like this. It's just you pick, you choose what note you want to be bright and what note you want to be dark. And there's no limit to it. And the beautiful thing is it doesn't become more crass and harsh when you go bright. It just becomes this new color to explore. It's definitely, as I talk about sometimes on this channel, an instrument that makes you want to be creative and explore. Let me try that a few more places. Actually, why don't I play a few melodies on each string here, and then shortly after that, I'll go ahead and play some different musical passages so that you can better get to know this guitar. I did want to mention that there are 2 cracks that have been repaired by the famous Yuri Zeltins, who is a very famous luthier, as well as someone who's known for repairing some of the most important historical guitars. So if you don't know about him, look him up. They're stable and repaired many years ago, but it is worth mentioning about this guitar. Other than that, it is in miraculously great condition with hardly any marks on it, and it's just a real honor to get to know. Before I go any further and play a melody here on each string, I wanted to remind you to subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this guitar. If you're currently watching this video and it is 2024 August, then this guitar is available and for sale. So check it out at guitarcollection.com. And if it's not for sale, or you are looking for something different, or you're not currently in the market, go ahead and leave your email on the box that you'll see on the homepage of the website, because I will notify you when new guitars become available. And that way you get an advance shot at it before a video is made and it's posted on the site. Thank you so much for watching. I love making these videos and reading what you have to say. And I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoy. you.